One aircraft. One hidden failure. 88 lives. By the late 1990s, airlines were under intense pressure to keep their aircraft flying longer and more frequently. Maintenance intervals were extended, approved by regulators, and believed to be safe. Deep inside the aircraft, critical components were slowly wearing away, unnoticed.
On January 31, 2000, Alaska Airlines Flight 261 prepared for departure.
The takeoff appeared completely normal, as the aircraft lifted smoothly into the sky.
As Flight 261 climbed, everything still appeared routine.
During the climb, the autopilot struggled to adjust the aircraft's trim. Maintaining level flight now required extraordinary physical effort. The crew disconnected the autopilot and took manual control.
At cruise altitude, the aircraft appeared stable, but the problem remained unresolved.
For the next 2 hours, the crew attempted every available method to regain control. The primary trim motor responded electrically, but the stabilizer refused to move.
The alternate trim system offered no response at all.
Even the manual trim system could not overcome the jammed stabilizer.
With no solutions left in the cockpit, the crew turned to maintenance control for help.
Maintenance, we've lost all pressure on the number 2 system. Advise.
The crew considered diverting, knowing the landing would be critical.
We have to consider LAX, Captain. The weather at SFO is deteriorating.
I know.
Los Angeles offered better weather and longer runways, increasing their chances.
A mechanic joined the call, but every system had already been tried.
The worn threads finally failed, releasing the stabilizer without restraint. The aircraft pitched violently downward, entering an uncontrollable dive. Inside the cabin, passengers were thrown violently as the aircraft plunged.
Mayday! Mayday! We have a control issue!
The crew reported they had lost control of the aircraft.
Using every ounce of strength, the pilots fought to arrest the dive.
After 8 seconds, the dive was finally arrested.
Air traffic control granted a black altitude, giving the crew room to maneuver.
The aircraft remained airborne only through continuous human effort.
We have a control issue, and we are diverting to Los Angeles.
Initial configuration changes showed promising stability.
The crew began preparing for the most dangerous phase of the flight.
The flaps were deployed, and for a moment, the aircraft remained controllable.
Under extreme aerodynamic loads, the stabilizer began to oscillate violently. The stabilizer structure failed, releasing the surface completely. The crew committed to the approach, knowing there would be no second chance.
The aircraft pitched down once more, this time beyond recovery.
For a brief moment, the maneuver appeared to work.
The extreme attitude disrupted airflow, causing the engines to lose power.
Control was slipping away completely.
Alaska Airlines Flight 261 struck the Pacific Ocean at 4:21 p.m.
Pilots from nearby flights watched helplessly as the aircraft fell.
Radar contact with Flight 261 was suddenly lost.
Debris soon appeared on the ocean surface, confirming the worst.
There were no survivors among the 88 people on board. A massive search and rescue operation was launched within hours.
Search teams focused on a remote area north of Anacapa Island. Using advanced sonar, investigators began locating the wreckage on the ocean floor. Remotely operated vehicles were sent into the depths to document the wreckage. The flight data and cockpit voice recorders were finally located.
With the evidence recovered, investigators began reconstructing the final moments.
The cockpit voice recorder revealed the crew's struggle in the final moments. Investigators focused on the horizontal stabilizer's jack screw assembly. The threads were worn far beyond safe limits. The investigation revealed a failure rooted in maintenance, oversight, and design. Extended maintenance intervals emerged as a critical factor.
Delays. Regulators examined how extended maintenance intervals had been approved.
Airlines across the industry began re-examining critical flight control systems.
New rules mandated stricter lubrication and inspection schedules.
Confirm the pressure valve is secure and cross-reference with Section 4B.
Inspection complete. Regulatory approval confirmed.
The tragedy reshaped how pilots and mechanics approached safety.
The crew fought relentlessly to save their aircraft and everyone on board. Captain Ted Thompson and First Officer William Tansky were awarded the Gold Medal for heroism. Their legacy lives on in safer aircraft and stricter maintenance standards. Their actions likely prevented an even greater disaster on the ground. This tragedy served as a reminder that aviation safety is written in lessons paid for with lives. The horizontal stabilizer plays a critical role in controlling an aircraft's pitch.
The jack screw converts rotational motion into precise stabilizer movement. Proper lubrication prevents excessive wear and catastrophic failure.
Extended maintenance intervals allowed wear to progress unnoticed. A single overlooked issue set off a fatal chain of events.
These projections rely heavily on the revised maintenance plan.
I'm concerned about the long-term safety implications.
Human strength and skill have limits, especially when systems fail.
Flavors. Effective oversight depends on vigilance, not assumptions.
This disaster was not inevitable. Safety is a responsibility shared at every level.
88 lives were lost, each with a story that mattered.
The impact of the tragedy extended far beyond the aircraft itself.
Understanding past failures is essential to preventing future ones.
The aviation community mourned together, united by loss.
The lessons of Flight 261 endure, written in responsibility and remembrance.
Today, maintenance practices are shaped by hard-learned lessons. Modern aircraft rely on layered redundancy to prevent single-point failures.
Pilots now train extensively for scenarios once considered unlikely.
Engineering safeguards are now tested far beyond operational limits. Because of lessons learned, the skies today are safer than ever before.
Aviation safety is now a global, shared responsibility.
Modern aviation relies on constant monitoring, not periodic checks alone.
Safety is maintained through constant vigilance, every flight.
We remember, so that history is never repeated.
Every incident becomes a lesson, and every lesson strengthens the system.
Every flight carries the responsibility of those who came before. Some moments are honored best in silence.
The lessons of Flight 261 are taught to every new generation.
Aviation safety is built on remembering what must never happen again. From loss came knowledge, and from knowledge came safer skies. From loss came knowledge, and from knowledge came safer skies. Every day, millions trust the systems built from hard lessons.
Safety lives in discipline, procedure, and attention to detail.
Some stories are told not to remember the crash, but to prevent the next one.
Some stories end quietly, but their lessons echo forever.
The ocean keeps its silence.
In stillness, reflection remains.
The sky moves on, but memory remains.
And so we reach the end of our journey, where the water meets the sky,